Hey guys, first off, thank you so much for clicking on the video. Before the video actually gets started though, I do want to let you know that I messed up a little bit on this video. I've noticed that basically I was a little careless and it was just things that I didn't know coming into recording videos. So you might notice sometimes where the camera angle was not exactly right. And that's because I'm an idiot and forgot to check where the camera was actually looking at. You'll also notice that the sound kind of goes a little bit softer, and hopefully I can fix that in like post editing. But what happened was I had a lapel mic on and it's connected to my phone. And sometimes when you walk away, you walk too far, you unplug the mic. So, hey, lessons learned. This just means that the as far as the actual angles and what you can see, it's not as much as it should be, but don't worry, I've already got a plan for the next time I go out and do an inspection on how to fix that. Just changing the camera angle from a side view to a frontal view is going to hopefully fix that, and you'll be able to see a lot more. So I do apologize for that. And also just being more aware of the fact that I have that lapel mic on. Maybe I'll buy a wireless mic. That would be great, and I won't really have to worry about that. So just enjoy the video, like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things. And my wife has told me that if the channel gets to 100 subscribers, 99 subscribers, that she will be my 100th subscriber. So if you actually know my wife, go ahead and shame her a little bit for not subscribing to her own husband's videos yet. Just because, maybe she needs a little extra pressure. But also getting up to 100 subscribers would be great. All right, enjoy the video. Bye.
Hey guys, welcome back to Ridgewood Apiary. So today's a very exciting day. It is about 62 degrees outside, and we are actually going to go into both of the hives. I have not done a hive inspection since probably, I would say, early November, so I do not really know what to expect going in. I do know that we've had some losses. It's just a natural thing that happens. But what I'm really excited to see today is just how well the bees are doing. They are flying like crazy right now. They're already bringing in pollen. I assume they're bringing in some nectar. There might be a few things out there. They're actually producing nectar right now. But we have a couple goals. So we want to check their stores, which is their pollen and nectar supply. We want to find the queen, and hopefully, possibly, maybe she's already laying. And if she is, I need to go ahead and start thinking about what I'm going to do as these hives grow. I'm already thinking that we're going to expand to a third hive. I've got to get some more equipment before we do that, but I need to go ahead and start planning for that, and that starts today with this first hive inspection. So let's see what's happening. So this is my original hive. She's also my biggest hive. My strongest queen going into the winter. What I mean by that is she was very big. She was still producing brood kind of late. Brood is just the baby bees, the eggs, and has always just been a large hive. So I'm really excited to see what she's got going on. Let's see here. So this is what I use for insulation. It is burlap, and that is just so that any moisture that's in the actual hive will go up. There is this little guy right here. That's just some plastic with screen. Moisture comes up, goes through this, and then there's actually little holes on the side that you can't really see from there that ventilates. And I actually see some friends right here ready to see us. So let's open them up. And this first box is a top feeder with dry sugar because of course we can't have any, we don't want any moisture in there during the winter because moisture freezes, water freezes, and we don't want our bees to freeze. So they've actually sealed this thing up pretty well. So I'm having to break it loose right now, and we're in. And as you can see, it's just dry sugar in a top feeder. This feeder is pretty cool because what I can actually do during the warmer months is put sugar syrup in there and block off these entrances that they have here in the corners and also up top. They're still doing pretty good. They haven't really used that much of it, and there's plenty of it left. So they're still taking it, so we're not really going to worry about that right now. This next box is what we want to see, though. All right, so this is our top box. It's called a honey super, and it's exactly what it sounds like. A honey super is where we want them to store our honey. They are doing really, really well from the looks of things. It does look like we got a little bit of moisture that came into the hive. Overall, though, they seem to be doing okay. We're going to pull out a couple frames, see if we can't find the queen. I don't know which one of these 3 boxes she's going to be in. I'm hoping that she's down low, though. Gosh, they have sealed this up tight. What they do to seal it up is they make this thing called propolis, or propolis, however you want to say it. And propolis is basically like tree resin, kind of like tree sap. And they will seal up everything nice and tight. And this is the first time I've really been in this hive in 3 months. So it is sealed shut almost. So they've actually started laying. She's laying already. That's awesome. So a couple things happening. So what we're seeing right here is capped honey. These little white things are actually now dead bees, probably drones, and drones are males. But they, unfortunately, and this happens sometimes, bees like to fill space, which is what they did. We actually opened up, tore some honey right there, so they're going to be going after that. But they fill space, and if there's any space, they're going to put eggs in there, and only the queen will actually lay eggs. But we do not have to worry about this hive at all. I can actually probably take the sugar off. All right, so you can kind of see they're working on some things in there. If you see a little bit of a glimmer, a little bit of a shine, that's nectar that will eventually become honey. And again, we have more capped honey. Now this capped honey is a little bit darker than our old honey. Just it's coming from a different plant. That's all that means. As you can tell, the bees are very calm right now. They've got a lot to do on a warm day like this. They've gone for cleansing flights, which basically just means they've gone to the bathroom, because they try not to do that in the hive itself for cleanliness purposes. They have foragers out. They're flying in and out of the hive as we speak. And one thing I have not even had to do, which is awesome, I've not had to smoke these girls at all. What we have is capped honey right here, more capped honey, and this is actually capped brood. Brood again being the eggs, the baby bees, and we actually have our first swarm cell as well, which is where if space becomes an issue, if resources become an issue, the bees will actually leave the hive. About anywhere from 30 to 70% of the bees will actually leave the hive. And it's basically the hive's way of trying to reproduce. You know? All right, so first box is done. Things I've noticed just right off the bat, we have a lot of comb being built between our boxes, mainly in this section right here though. These last 4 frames, I didn't really see a lot connecting the honey super to our brood box or our middle box, or we also call that a deep. I fully expect to see more of it as we go down. I expect this first box to be really stuck on there too. So we'll see how things go with that second box. Oh man, wow, this is heavy. Very, very heavy. Have a very productive queen right now. She is definitely laying. That is all capped. That is all capped brood. I don't know if you can see it, but right here, got a new bee hatching. Isn't that cool? So that means she was laid. Oh, she's almost out. So she's been in there. I'm just going to round it to the nearest week. She's been in there about 3 weeks, and now she's out. Welcome. Brand new bee. Look at that. So this is actually a deep frame of honey. They don't have to worry about food. They are a-okay if we have deep frames of honey. And we actually have a second one that I can already see down here. So I'm taking the sugar away from them. They don't need it at all. They have plenty of food between the honey super, and now they have honey down here in this top deep. We are good whenever it comes to food. I'm seeing a lot of pollen too. I've seen lots of brood. I've seen some young larvae, which I haven't really been able to get a good picture for you guys. And I'm not going to be able to show you eggs, I imagine, just because it's too small. The eggs actually look like tiny, tiny, tiny grains of rice, and there's more nectar right there. More honey, excuse me. First brood box is done. I'm not looking forward to lifting this thing at all because these three right here are actually capped honey, which means that this box is already going to be about 30 pounds. Plus we have several frames brood, and that's going to add some weight too. So it is not going to be a light box at all. I'll be all right though, I guess. I'll get some of these bees down a little bit so I'm not grabbing bees. Yeah, that's heavy. That's heavy. We're on the final frame. Is she on here? Is she on here? No, she is not. Still heavy. Still so heavy. One hive, done. And we have a queen. She is right here. Her paint's coming off. She's looking for a place to lay. I can't really tell if she already has started laying or not. Yeah, she has. So we are seeing a little, I actually see eggs as well. She is laying. So that is great. That is excellent news. I'm actually going to stop inspecting this box right here. They've got stores. They've got a queen. I don't want anything. I don't want to accidentally squish her or anything like that. So I think that is it for this inspection. I'm just happy to see her because she was definitely the one I was worried about for sure. So I'm glad that she's doing okay. So that's it for our first inspection. And here's what we know coming out of winter. We know that both hives are doing really well. They're coming out strong. They have resources. They have new bees on the way. Saw a lot of cat brood, which means here in the next week, we are going to see a population explosion. I did get to see one queen, which was very exciting. Hopefully it shows up on the video for you guys. What does that mean for me moving forward? It means I need to start making some plans for possibly splitting the larger hive, just because they do have a much larger population than the smaller hive. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do that though, just because the next week and a half or so is actually going to be very cold and rainy. I do want to take a second to just say thank you to everybody who watched the first video, and of course all of you who are watching this video now. I did not expect to have a big huge following, and I guess compared to a lot of other YouTubers I don't, but for my first video I feel like it did really well, and I just want to say thank you for that. Please make sure that you're following us on Instagram. Instagram is at Ridgewood Apiary. We're on Facebook as well, and that is at Ridgewood Bees, or you can just search Ridgewood Apiary. It's the same logo that you see at the beginning and the end of all these videos. I wouldn't be a YouTuber, I guess, without asking you to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I look forward to talking to you again. Take care. I really need an outro. I really need like a catchphrase. I gotta think of something. Believe me until no, that's stupid.